I'll have to do the intro. What am I at?
Yeah, in.
What up, you nice nit?
All right, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we're not gonna let Tyler say that one. We'll just say welcome back. You know, back for another episode.
All right.
It's been a minute for us since we've done this tournament, so we're gonna come back here with another tournament episode. For us, it's been at least I think a month, honestly, for us at this point.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been a long time. For you guys, probably hasn't been that long, but
Probably been longer. It was like what, like it's been a while since our multiverse episode came out.
we've just been busy. We've had a lot of stuff to do. We've had guests come through. We did the music tournament episode you saw. We had to do the halfway point 78, kind of like a requirement. It had to happen. But yeah. So without further ado, I guess we can get into it. Actually, I think
sure.
Before we get into that, we also, as you guys might have seen already, we started the losers bracket now after someone, I can't remember who asked for. I don't know if it was someone specific.
I think it was
or if it was
Linksys.
like anonymous.
Might have been Linksys.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Linksys. I remember a comment about it.
So yeah, as Linksys asked for to bring a loser bracket, and it got a few likes, so we're like, all right, might as well. No harm in doing it. So we added a losers bracket as well. So before we get into round 3, I believe we're in, I'm just gonna go real quickly through all the losers bracket ones as well. But did you guys were you guys looking at the losers bracket as they were coming out?
I voted, but
I voted in like 2 of them, but I
didn't keep
know
track like who's. Yeah, I didn't keep track like what.
I don't know when they came out because I saw like 2 of them, and when I saw it, I voted in it, but I didn't like keep track of everything.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the wrong one.
To my knowledge, though, for the ones that I did vote in, nothing was like an upset.
I do remember.
Like, I was like, these are all valid.
I do one matchup that I think I find funny, but we'll talk about it
when we get there.
Yeah.
Right, in the loser bracket.
Yeah, it involves the Ginyu first.
Of course it does.
It always does.
That's round 2. I cannot find round 1. Weird. Oh, is this it? Yeah. Okay. All right. So round 1 of the loser bracket. You guys saw the bracket already. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to throw up on screen because of how vertical it is. So I won't. But you know. You guys see what the... I mean, I could, but like it would look weird. I'm not going to. Don't look up. It's not there.
Devin's like...
Devin's looking up over there. No, one of these days, I'm going to do this thing where it's like, editor, throw it up. You're going to look up. I'm going to throw it down. You think you're cute? You're like, I'm looking at it. No, you're not.
Put a clip of you going like... Devin's like...
All right, so this one, just real quickly, the first round matchups were Santiago Ezra versus Gojo Deven, Deathstroke Deven versus Coco Stark Eddie, Blue Diarc Finn versus Boy Meets World Jose, Face Skin Tyler versus Alexander Vex, Bucky Eduardo versus Doctor Strange Tyler, Tony Stark Eduardo versus Throat Goat Jose, Ed Balloompa versus Spider-Man Tyler, Ginyu Gabe versus Asmodeus Fari. Was anything thinking coming into these you have any like? We just real quickly go through what we think should win.
Yeah.
I don't think probably most extensive. Yeah, it's a round 1 matchup. It'd be whatever. Like I think me and Tyler already went through round 1 at least. Santiago Ezra versus Gojo Deven. I think we all have Gojo Deven.
That's a clap. Yeah.
Yeah, like Santiago Ezra ain't doing nothing. Deathstroke Deven versus Coco Stark Eddie.
This one was closer, but I took the.
I took Eddie.
Really?
I think I voted for Eddie.
Really?
Why?
I took Deathstroke Deven.
I don't know. I feel like Eddie could just create something to like kill me.
Yeah,
but I feel like you can kill him before he gets to that point.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about like I probably could kill him before like he did create something. But like on the off chance that he did make something, I think he would.
You can also kind of like even though it's an assumption, you can assume on the scenario that he was only as powerful because he was near the chocolate river, so he had the access to the chocolate. Whereas like when he's not near it, he doesn't have access to the chocolate. So what's on him is what he's got.
I mean, what on him was the Iron Man suit made out of chocolate.
Yeah, but he had the chocolate there to make it. If he doesn't have the chocolate there to make it, how can he make the suit?
So it's like,
he has this. I'd assume I'd assume he has the suit, but like he can't make extra stuff because he doesn't.
Yeah,
have
that's the thing. He still he has the Iron Man suit basically. Then.
Yeah, and I feel like he couldn't do enough to like Deathstroke to like get him.
Probably,
yeah,
I wasn't thinking about like that,
but
yeah,
guy,
yeah, he is.
Blue Diarc Finn versus Boy Meets World.
First dub for a One Piece character.
I mean, yeah, but these guys are both like, I think Ty not ranked these as the 2 weakest ones, they were bottom 5, I should say.
Blue Diarc Finn?
He's the strongest of the One Piece, but
yeah,
he's still weak. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Face Skin Tyler versus Alexander Vex. I originally was saying
Alexander
face
Vex.
Tyler, but Tyler was convincing me. He's like, yeah, you just gotta go Alexander Vexter because you can't touch
Yeah,
it.
It's
you
just,
can't touch
it's a
it. You
low
can't touch
it
it.
depends on like what you. I can't even say like depends on like to what extent is face against Tyler like comparable to Superman.
Yeah.
So it's like to what extent is that, and like you can also say like, it's the whole thing of like, could Tyler gain a power by eating his own face? So it's like, could he gain the power to attack intangibility? If so, then it's like, or it's like you can also say like the whole heat vision argument where it's like because he's metal, if the heat vision would heat him up enough, he wouldn't be able to like solidify. So that's like he beat him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of arguments, but I think it all comes down to like, you can't touch him.
Yeah, kind of
At
like
the end
how
of the
we,
day.
how we always come down to the Gojo wins because like we can't touch him. Gojo wins.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, but like, since it's my character, right? The weakness Tyler brought up was heat. I took it the other way as like cold. 'Cause, like,
I think it'd be both spectrums.
I guess, but like, since I'm a liquid metal, I feel like the closer I get to like a more solid state, people will be able to hit me. So I thought maybe I
Well,
could-
yeah, but I wasn't saying
yeah.
like the.
So I thought Tyler could like possibly frost breath me and then punch me, and I'm like,
Yeah,
alright,
that's plausible. But what I was saying is like it's not the fact that like he'd be able to hit you. It's just like he makes you lose your form. You can't regain form. You lose.
I guess
Because you're just like a melted puddle of mercury on the
Yeah,
ground.
you can only fight back.
I guess. I just found it weird since I was already liquid. So
Yeah.
like,
well,
but-
it's like he's making you more liquid.
I
He's
guess.
melting you more.
Yeah. So I mean, with Tyler convincing me, I went Alexander Vexter.
I gotta go Alexander Vex here. Again, it just depends on like what you think the matchup is. I mean, like to what extent does he have the powers?
What do you think, Deven?
I mean, I voted for Tyler just based on that one argument that you just frost breath me, but
Yeah, it's possible. It's definitely
Okay.
possible.
Bucky Eduardo versus Doctor Strange Tyler is a wash.
a wash.
Tyler, what's your word?
Strange, I'm just kidding.
Tony Stark Eduardo versus Throat Goat Jose. This is another weak matchup here, honestly. I
Yeah,
mean,
they're the
I
losers for
guess
a reason.
I guess Jose wins it. Like I guess because like Tony Stark Eduardo has no feats. He has potential, but he didn't have anything to back it up.
We're joking, right?
What do you mean?
We're joking, right? Like
No.
Eduardo wins that one.
Why? He has no feats to back it up.
He has a suit. He's
He doesn't have a suit.
Tony Stark. Yeah, he does have like an arc reactor. In his
Yes,
chest.
no,
Like,
yeah. You stopped him from making a suit, don't you? Didn't?
Yeah, I did.
Don't you made him at least make him let him use one, make one?
No, that was in a hypothetical where I said, if I told you that you could make a suit, would you? And he said, yeah. And then I broke his kneecaps and I made it with soup. You don't remember that? I remember
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I
doesn't
ate
he
soup
still?
out of your kneecaps.
Doesn't he still have like an arc reactor though in his chest?
I mean, okay, what does that do?
I don't, even if
Can he
did,
like?
No, Tony
No,
Stark
he
can
did
do it in
not.
the suit.
I don't know. I think I put Tony Stark because I assumed that he had a suit.
Yeah, I assumed he had a suit. Too. I totally
Like
forgot.
at least a basic suit.
Yeah.
Because Jose like he's a throat goat, but he's just a dude. Like he's just
He's
a
like,
dude.
I feel
with,
like he's a guy with some.
well, yeah. He's got some head game, but like durability, strength. He's just a dude.
Yeah, but he could.
Yeah, he's a little bit more than a
enough to
dude.
skewer a whole man. I think he's strong enough to fight Eduardo, who has no combat.
True.
experience.
He did skewer
I
me.
guess yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, you were like fish in a
What
barrel.
variant were you in that? What did you have?
I was just like,
was just like
I was
Rambo.
trying to be a Rambo, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
he
Jose,
was hiding in a tree.
Jose uses echo location.
Because Jose was like,
Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean that's the reason I said Throat Goat Jose
Also-
because Eduardo. has
okay.
nothing.
I assumed he had a suit, so I said it was.
Also, who's to say like Jose can just like suck Eduardo's arms off? I mean, you saw he obliterated that candy cane. He can just possibly just do it to his arm, but now
he could, but like again, my whole assumption was that he had the suit of armor. So because
so is me.
so it's like well
Suck the suit off,
he'd be in the air. He'd be in the air. Like why would he be on the ground
Yeah,
when he
he
knows
could
like
be-
just get up in the air? You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, so I was operating under false pretenses.
Yeah. Next one, Ed Palumpa versus Spider-Man Tyler. I mean,
Wash.
Spider-Man Tyler should.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Are you beating 300
Yes.
Oompa Loompas?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I beat 3
I
noobs right now. That's me.
don't know. What else the 300 there and 300 to build a machine? Are you beating the 300 before they build a machine?
Yes.
I don't know.
Also,
man.
like, I think it like regardless, he can make a pretty large, like a pretty sizable army, like in the thousands. I don't think they're still beating like because.
Now they don't have to beat you. They have to stall you long enough.
The thing is, like,
What?
they can make
build
to make more.
to build like a cannon. In the,
They can.
Like the Jupiter cannon.
Like the thing is, like I just don't see how they could feasibly like touch. Like they touch, but like they can't like do damage.
You don't have to do that. It has to stall you.
How they gonna stall me? I'd be like,
Okay.
Like the ground, or I just like
you're flipping the ground.
no. Like,
What?
Like I can jump.
You're Looney Tunes characters.
I can like jump in the air. Like I can use I can throw them in the air, use them, swing up, propel myself up, and then I can get the ground and propel myself forward into the ground.
Wait. You're using them to get up? How?
So think about
that's how physics works.
No,
that's not how physics. If you throw in the air and you try to
you're bringing them down. You're not gonna bring yourself up.
No. Because trust me, it is how physics works. Because it's just about vectors. So if I put enough force that it counterbalances the weight of me pulling them down. Because when I'm pulling, I'm just pulling my body weight. Whereas when I'm throwing them in the air, I can throw more than my body weight. Because I've had Spider-Man, I can throw more than my body weight in the air. So this vector of me throwing them is higher than the vector of me pulling them down. I can also throw multiples in the air and then.
Yeah, but you're also not getting affected. They're falling.
No, if they're still going up.
So you're doing it either way.
High enough to where it would.
Spider-Man can punch the Hulk into space.
But
I think he can throw someone in the air.
I guarantee, as far as you can throw the Oompa Loompas in the air and get yourself off the ground, you could jump higher than that as Spider-Man. Like
besides, Spider-Man also has
jumping.
like debris falling out of the air and use that to climb up.
He has done that.
So it's like it's the same, but that's also like the debris falling down. Whereas if they're already going up, they're breaking gravity in a sense that they're still going up. And I'm using that to pull me up.
I mean,
regardless, that's just an argument to say I can move forward if there's a horde of them. I can still push past them or just like jump over them. Like it's not hard.
In the argument of the debris, you can argue the debris weighs more than Spider-Man, so Spider-Man has to not be as precise. What you're doing is something very precise. Not only the Oompa Loompa weighs less than you, so now you have to counter, like you have to do that math in your head, like how much strength you have to use to pull yourself up and not pull the Oompa Loompa towards you. I don't know. I feel like there's less massive.
But that was just like a specific argument to like if I didn't want to push through a horde. But again, how are they going to stop me from pushing through a horde? Like they physically cannot stop me. That's just
it's a numbers game.
That's just to say I can like jump up. I can find a way in the air and then web the ground and propel myself forward.
All I'm saying is when I was Rogue, you were arguing with me that Rogue can do it, but Spider-Man can. What are we doing here?
Couldn't do what?
I don't know, like you're arguing as if the Oompa Loompas was a challenge to Rogue, but since you're Tyler, you're like, I'm not no different. I got that shit in the bag.
I thought you were just a little salty.
I think you're salty on that one.
Yeah, I won regardless, but
let's move on. Yeah. Ginyu Gabe versus Asmodeus Farid. I mean, Ginyu Gabe.
Yeah, Ginyu.
Asmodeus Farid, best sniper in the universe.
Yeah.
Better than Usopp?
Loki, give him time, let him cook. It's like if you're gonna get like technical, it's like comparing Grand Line, Island 1, Usopp to like Farid. Farid got it in the bag, no diff.
All right, so the let's get to the results.
Gojo
Deven swept 100%. I mean, it makes sense.
These are all washes, by like not a single close fight.
Round 1, I mean, Coca Stark Eddie bodied Deathstroke Deven actually.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't think people thought about like the fact that he can't make anything.
Yeah, I think they assumed like kind of like you did with Iron Man that he already had the suit. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, I assume he still has the suit, but he can't make like. Devin was like he can just make technology to stop me.
Yeah, but
it's like he doesn't have the river there. He can't just make it.
But he could just like take the chocolate he already has, which is the suit, and mold it into something else.
Yeah,
like,
if he needs to.
But like I still just I still just don't think that would be like Deathstroke.
No, I don't think so either. But I mean, maybe it's just a mixture of like what was it Linksys as well? Who said like the tune physics thing where he could just like create like warp reality.
Yes, pseudo tune physics.
Yeah, so it's maybe something like that. But
as long as it's for the sake of the humor, you can like
next one up. Blue Dark Finn washed Boy Meets World. I mean, I guess it makes sense.
What did he want to do?
Yeah, I was surprised.
Why'd you say that?
I was surprised. I was like, I don't know. Yeah, Blue Dark Finn washed him.
He was like, you gotta see me.
It was Spider-Man like
95%. Next one, actually a close one here. Face Skin and Alexander Vex, but Alexander Vex takes it by 1 vote.
Yeah, it's probably my vote.
Yeah, so you were the deciding factor.
I didn't vote for myself.
Yeah, I voted for Vex on that one.
Yeah. Bucky Eduardo versus Doctor Strange Tyler, of course, is a wash. Doctor Strange gets all the votes. Throat Goat versus Tony Stark. Tony Stark did get some votes, but Throat Goat did win it. 63%.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Ed Palumpa versus Spider-Man Tyler. Spider-Man Tyler bodied them as he should have.
Better than Rogue did.
And Ginyu Gabe just swept Asmodeus Farid. Yeah. So both the Ginyu Force members swept. No,
that as it should be. As it should be.
Yeah.
I knew they both made it because I saw the second bracket. And the second bracket is kind of funny.
God forbid they versus Batman though.
Yeah, just a regular dude.
Round 2, right?
Regular dude. It's like
we'll see round 2.
Yeah. Let's see.
Alrighty. So yeah, that was round 1. Let's get into round 2 now. I can't find it. There it is.
I don't know what it is.
All right, so round 2 matchups we have off rip Batman Deven versus Gojo Deven. Batman Deven gets to fight another Ginyu member.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Rogue Deven versus Coco Stark Eddie. 2 Marvel variants there. Pleasure. Do you want to talk about any of these before we get into it?
We can. I was just like
okay.
taking to the fact like Batman gets to like.
I guess I'll just go through them first.
Because like I know what I would pick, but I think I know what they picked.
Pleasure God Disciple Gabe versus Blue Dark Finn. Jowp X Jose versus Alexander Vex. Chuya Deven versus Doctor Strange Tyler. Probability Eduardo versus Throat Goat Jose. Professor X Gabe versus Spider-Man Tyler. Martian Manhunter Gabe versus Ginyu Gabe. Interesting.
All right, let's go back to the top.
So not only at the top though, like Batman Deven gets to fight both Ginyu Force members. Martian Manhunter also gets to fight both Ginyu members. Pretty interesting. Yeah, let's go back up to the top though. So Batman Deven versus Gojo Deven. Obviously,
it should
me
be
and
a
Deven
wash
already know
though.
the answers here. Obviously, I know the answers because I made them.
Yeah.
Like I made the next round, so I know.
See, I'm gonna make an assumption. I want to say Gojo because this is bullshit. But if they said that Batman beat Ginyu, it's like you could say it's like a pretense that like he used the change, but it's like who's to say he can't bait out like the time freeze and
How do you do that?
How do you do that?
I don't know.
How do you
Bait
do
it out.
that? How do you do that?
No, granted, how does Batman do anything?
That's
right?
what I'm saying. Like he just, I mean, like if this Batman Deven is such a high intelligence level that
How does Batman just resist mind control, Devin? He just does.
He just does.
Who's to say that like Batman does have some feat I've never heard of where he's just like, actually I don't think time doesn't affect me.
You're gonna show me the scan on that one. I need a
I
scan on
haven't
that.
seen it. I'm just saying, who's to say it doesn't exist? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not
like,
the Batman
like,
expert.
I think like maybe it's like Batman Devin's like, oh, I'm gonna punch you now, and Gojo Devin's like, oh. And he's like, I got you. Gets monologuing and it's like, but I'm take a quick breath, okay? Like gets him, like knocks him out real quick for some reason.
All I'm saying is resident Batman cocksucker #1 in our Reddit, right? And he sent up the scans almost all his
He
feet.
said that scan.
And I didn't see a single time resistance one. That's all I'm saying.
Didn't he have an ability resistance one though? He just resists
but time
abilities.
wasn't in there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Devin says I didn't read it. but
There
Devin
wasn't a
says
single time
wasn't
resistance.
there. He was looking, I guess, because he saw this matchup. He was not looking.
Because like if he has like ability resistance, then,
Depends what the ability
then
is.
maybe it's like, oh my god, I can't, like a fucking D over.
Yeah, I was like,
Jotaro.
over
It's like-
Jotaro just.
I mean, I wouldn't put it beyond Batman to just be able to gaslight Gojo to not do it. Like,
It's like-
it definitely seems like something Gojo is susceptible to it, but you have to take into account it's Deven Gojo, not just
Yeah.
Gojo. So
Because it'd be funny if it was something like
Why
Batman's like about to attack. He's like, I'm gonna, and Gojo Demon's like, can I just stop time?
yeah, like, it's gaslighting, right? Like he can do it. So I mean, even though I've kind of been a Batman hater, I actually edge more to like I think Batman can gaslight Gojo Deven.
I think they can think that Batman can gaslight Gojo Deven.
I think he can. I genuinely think he could. I've seen Batman gaslight like smarter people.
Smarter
before.
people, yeah, true.
So I wouldn't put it beyond him to gaslight a nigga like Deven.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of ignorant.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I guess that's enough about that one. Rogue Deven versus Coco Stark Eddie. Any thoughts here?
I think if I can touch Eddie, I can just do whatever I want with this chocolate.
Is that how Rogue works?
What? If I touch him long enough, I could.
But you're touching his chocolate. Though.
But
You're
is
not
it?
touching him.
But is it really?
Don't you have to touch him?
But the thing is, like, the chocolate isn't the power. It's just like he just can do it. It's
but
his
yeah,
mind.
but Rogue can take his like intelligence as well.
Oh,
I can take his.
I was
I can
like, it's not
also.
that-
I'm assuming this is the ability. At this point, you gotta see him.
I don't think it's an ability. I think it's like
even
he's
if it
just
is,
so
you can't
smart.
touch it.
He's
Like-
so smart that he can take them. No,
Yeah,
no.
that's
Because what he's doing is he's like,
exactly-
no, he's like whipping it around.
Pause. You have the source right here.
He's whipping it
Source
around.
right here. No, Eddie.
Is it a power or are you just that
Is it,
smart?
you're just like the molecular structure of chocolate.
Yeah. So are you a
I got
chocolate
it.
bender or are you
I assume you're a chocolate bender.
The thing is, when I originally created the concept, I don't know how Deven like regaled the story of it. So I don't know how accurate it is to my original version or my vision of it, but the original vision of it was that like I was just that intelligent that I could make something out of chocolate.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't know Deven. When Deven introduced, I have no idea what.
But even when Devin told it to me for the first time, that's the way I interpreted it.
that's why I assumed.
Yeah, all I said is you had this. You did this. I didn't say like how you did it. I said you did because that's what you said. You did. Yeah, I did it. I'm
I
like,
assumed
okay,
it was
he
like
did
I assumed it was like Eddie in the cave, like from Iron Man. He's like,
Yeah, it's like whipping up the
But the way,
That's how like I made the
yeah, that's what you made the argument.
yeah.
And then the thing is, you did it so quickly, so I'm like, this has to be like, in my mind, I said it had to be like some type of ability you own.
Because I was under pressure.
Yeah, Eduardo was. Eduardo was like, a gabadoo, gabadoo.
Yeah, anyways, even if it wasn't an ability, I don't think touching it would do anything. You still have to touch him.
Yeah, I would touch
touching his
him.
ability doesn't mean anything. It's like she can't touch Iceman's ice and like get his.
Well, yes, I'll say, yeah. I think I could touch Eddie.
How? If he has the suit on him at all times?
You don't think I could- you don't
Especially
think-
if he knows Rogue, he's not gonna just let you touch him.
You don't think I can get through the suit?
How?
How you gonna get through it
She is
though?
strong.
Yeah, what do you mean
I
how?
always forget Rogue is strong.
Yeah, Rogue is
'Cause
strong.
In my mind, I keep thinking of the Rogue I know.
I feel
I,
like
mean, I guess, but like he's got the Iron Man.
He
suit.
does got an
Yeah,
Iron Man suit, yeah.
He used to say he doesn't get the Phoenix Buster in there.
Nah, he has to whip it out. I'm like, what if he did again?
Maybe he whipped out the Phoenix Buster. I don't know.
He brings up the God Buster. Oh.
I mean, I think I want to lean towards Coco Stark Eddie here just because like,
I'm a 50-50 on this one. That's
I'm
what
gonna
they
go.
say.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Eddie on this one as well.
it could go either way though. Pleasure got Disciple. He should obviously win that one.
Was he facing?
Blue Dark.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Jowp X Jose versus Alexander Vex. Interesting one. Poor Jowp X Jose. I actually think, just based on the same argument, I don't think he can touch Vex. I think Vex just wins.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can.
I mean, you can make an argument that like
nuke me.
the tactical nuke is like something that could like nuke the Mercury, but like
you'd have to assume that Jose could eat it. We've never said he could eat the nuke
yeah. Well, he
Yeah,
had a
you're right.
clone that.
that died.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
said,
but like,
you
but, like
said
it was
this
a, it was
argument
a
already.
clone, so it's like it's not fully. It's
Yeah.
You can get into semantical arguments. It's just like it's just a matter of fact of like.
If
So basically, like it could be
comes
a
down to
dub
if-
or a tie.
Yeah.
Like
it just comes down to if you think Jose can eat the nuke or not. That's what it comes down to. If
Yeah.
he can, then yeah, he wins.
even then, it's like you could say like the argument of like if he takes himself out with the nuke, but he also takes out Deven or Alexander Vex, then it's like yes, they both died, but it was his attack, so he wins. It wasn't Vex.
I mean,
I guess it would just depend on who dies first, though.
Yeah.
That's the way it would work in like a tournament fashion. Is who dies.
And I
first.
feel like
if
I
the
feel
nuke
like
is in Jose, he'd probably die first.
Yeah.
well, no, I
he's
feel like he
definitely-
wouldn't though because of the ghoul serum and the Destro. Like he has
So he's,
like
like,
the
counteracting
he has the
it?
regen.
Maybe.
He has
Yeah.
enough regen that like it's like a photo finish.
are ghouls
But
that
it's like-
regenerative?
Yes,
Are-
yes. But all it takes is like
Are there ghouls that regenerate? I don't think the regenerative effect is that good.
like all I want to say is like what if they like bites Devin? He's like ah, it like activates it. And
it's
it's like
still in his head, Tyler. Most explosions still in his head.
yeah, but he still has like some cells that are like
He's not. Yeah, this is like perfect cell, bro. He's not eating that, Tyler. He's not.
I mean, Jopek's
I'm just saying.
Game was perfect cells. Maybe
Like,
Jose-
I just-
You're a perfect cell.
like
I remember
Joe Banks
the
gave us
Joe
perfect
Banks.
cell in order to not counteract, but to like fight Eduardo and shit. And it's
Yeah.
like, who's this? Like, why would he send an assassin not ready to fight Eduardo with the same shit that he has or comparable shit that he has? So I'm saying you could make an argument for
Yeah,
Joe Vex Jose.
if you
That's a
wanna make that
50-50.
argument, go for it.
I
but
think I
I'm just
did
gonna
say
lean-
Joe Vex Jose.
I'm gonna lean Vex just because I think it's the easier argument here.
It is.
Chuya Deven versus Doctor Strange Tyler. Another one. Doctor Strange Tyler really just he's kind of cleaning house in his bracket right now.
I don't know, man.
It's not even an
Yeah, I
argument,
know.
bro. 'Cause, the best thing the best argument Chuya Deven has is the black hole. But you know what? MCU Doctor Strange ass version of Doctor Strange ate a black hole from Thanos. He was like, turn that into butterflies.
I love watching that fight. This shit's so clean.
So yeah. Probably Eduardo versus Throat Goat Jose. Honestly, this one's a 50-50 for me. I don't really know what to think about this.
I think I'm gonna go Throat Goat on this one.
Mm.
I think I would lean Throat Goat here,
'Cause,
but
like-
I don't think it could like.
'Cause,
I
like-
wouldn't be mad at any.
But like knowing Eduardo though, he wanted to do something silly like the probability of me coming is 0.001. Jose is like, I like those odds.
Yeah, and he comes in.
Eduardo's like, and then he comes and like he comes so hard that he dies. Like, like.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you're talking about the Throat Goat.
Yeah, you gotta talk about the
And it's
throat
like,
goat.
like look what the throat goat, like you're talking about like throat goat like sucking armor off of Iron Man, all that shit. What's it gonna do to a raw penis? Like, come on, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, he can control it.
It's gone.
It's going down.
It's in the shadow realm, bro. It's gone.
This is a smooth surface. It's like a Kindle.
It's a Kindle.
It's a Kindle.
Like Eduardo's feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would lean towards Jose here. What are you thinking, Devin?
I'm gonna lean Jose as well.
Yeah, I'll lean towards those. I know, like, there's an argument for Eduardo, but
Yeah, there is. Professor X Gabe versus Spider-Man Tyler. Pretty interesting. It's like such a weird matchup.
it is a weird matchup.
I feel like I have to go Professor X Gabe here
Yeah.
just because I don't think Spider-Man can do anything against.
Like I said, like what's Spider-Man doing when Gabe just says die, like brain off?
Like maybe if I want to accept the Batman being immune to the telepathy, sure. You've shown me some scans, I can somewhat believe it. I don't think Spider-Man has that resistance. I don't think he does.
I also think that it would like be super effective in a way because he has that Spidey sense. Like he has an enhanced sense, and he's taking in like other stuff. You know what I mean? Like he's taking more psychological stuff. So it's like it stacks. Kind of like in the way of like
Wait, what do you?
the way I think about it is like think about like Spider-Man like different iterations of Spider-Man. Like when he meets a Spider-Man with another spider sense, the spider sense is like do stuff. So it's like he's taking a psychological threat and he's like interpreting the like how do I explain this? Like he's feeling the waves.
But what are you trying to point?
Yeah, what is this?
No, I think it's like super effective. Like I'm going for Professor X.
Okay. That's just
I'm not going against it. Like I'm saying like it's super effective against Spider-Man
okay.
because of his spider sense. I feel like there's some reason like why. I don't know comic books.
I mean, you'll probably like know
the reason is because they're connected with the web of fate or something.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He probably knows he's about to die before he does die though.
And he's like,
Yeah, he would.
He would like oh my god.
Just like Infinity
War.
Yeah, it's like nothing you could do. He knows he's dying, but there's nothing you can stop it.
His brain's like, yo, you're dying. Like shit, I know, nigga. Like what do I do about it?
Yeah. What do we got here? Martian Manhunter Gabe versus Ginyu Gabe.
Very. I mean, I
think
have
it's a
Martian
wash.
Manhunter.
I feel like I don't know. I gotta have to brush up on my Dragon Ball, but I feel like even Namek Saga, I think scales above what Martian Manhunter should be. They're still destroying planets like with ease.
isn't he comparable
King
like
Vegeta
Superman?
just goes like and destroys the planet.
That's
That was like a light day's work for that nigga.
you don't think Martian Manhunter destroy a planet? He's over here
Like
fighting.
that? I don't think
He's
so.
over here fighting niggas like. I mean, he's comparable to niggas like Shazam and all.
Shazam's ass. Let's be real. Let's be for real, bro.
Shazam is also someone that can take not by himself, but he's comparable and can technically go against Superman.
Because of magic.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but he's strong. I guess I don't know.
So I thought
Shazam can definitely destroy a planet. Though.
I thought
We're
Martian
not talking about Shazam though. We're talking
Martian
about
Manhunter can definitely
But
destroy
I
a
thought
planet.
Martian Manhunter was like comparable to.
He's not.
He's also like
one-to-one.
has intangibility.
True. What do you mean? So it's not being able to bring arms to get you.
Is he faster than light?
Yes.
I don't know the
I'm gonna put it
scale.
right here. I think. Do you think Superman's faster than light?
Yeah.
Depends on which.
I don't
version.
know. It's weird.
But yeah, it's like you're always like dogging on the viewers for doing comp Batman.
Yeah,
but now
you're right.
You're trying to take like comp Martian Manhunter.
I know. Well, we didn't tell which Martian Manhunter this is, so
We didn't tell him what Batman it is either. So why you being a hypocrite?
You're right. Well, I mean, that's what I'm trying to think like on a broad scale. I'm not trying to do a comp thing. I'm trying to do like what can Martian Manhunter do more often.
Then not.
But after like brushing off my like DB like my Dragon Ball scaling, I'm like, yeah, he probably is faster and stronger than Martian Manhunter.
And even if he's not, I feel like just change now, easy money.
I mean,
But
he could just be like phase,
What?
but like I don't know what a fast
You
attack
can't
is.
phase it. Not even that. It's a key attack. I don't think you could phase through a key attack. It attacks. It's spirit energy, right? So it's attacking your spirit. I don't think you can phase through it. No one in Dragon Ball has shown like a phasing ability through key attacks. I don't think anyone in Dragon Ball even has a phasing ability.
No, they don't.
So, because ki is spirit energy, it goes through your spirit. It doesn't attack your physical body. So I don't think he could phase through it anyway. And if he tried to, he'd get hit by it.
I guess. Yeah. So I was doing like a whole like pseudo argument in my head as you were doing that, but like yeah. I'll go getting Gabe on this one.
so I put Martian Manhunter Gabe, so I'm gonna stick with that.
He's literally the embodiment of hacks. I mean, you can't go wrong with that pick.
Like
When you think of hacks, you think Martian Manhunter.
yeah.
Yeah.
That man has all superpower wiki almost under his list.
He does.
All right, let's go to the results. Batman Deven versus Gojo Deven, nearly 50-50, but Gojo Deven squeaks it out.
I already knew I won that. I was like,
That's
Batman's not
like-
stopping the time stop.
Yeah, like
No, but like
Batman
they
Deven-
cockeyed Batman all the time. Like, he probably had something like some
does
comic.
it.
Like in some comic, he probably has something that's like, oh, time stop, time schmop. I don't know.
You think? You think? Oh, Gojo, my stand the same as yours.
Maybe, but I mean,
Batman actually already
I
fought
don't know,
Gojo Deven
man.
in the comic.
It's crazy.
There's a scan of actually Batman fighting Gojo. Like, what?
It's like actually this happened because Toriyama was such a fan of Batman that he made it happen, and Batman won.
Why? Yeah.
This is where he developed his own time stop that was 1 second longer.
Yeah, it was close. Came down to one vote. Crazy enough. Next one, another close one with Rogue Deven actually taking it by 3 votes over Coco Stark Eddie, 55%. Next one, 100% Pleasure God,
Wash,
Body
yeah.
Blue Dark Fin.
Yeah.
Jowp x Jose versus Alexander Vex, pretty close, but Vex takes this one 59% here. So the D&D character lives on to go to another round.
He would be the best one. It's just he had an unfortunate matchup round 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the actual like
Yeah,
bracket.
yeah, like
Who did I even fight? Like,
you fought.
oh yeah, I fought Blood.
Blood
No.
God Disciple of Water.
Yeah, that was
Because we
unfortunate.
compared like Ki to like hockey.
Yeah.
Or, like the god energy to like hockey. Then it's like they're comparable.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Chuya Deven versus Doctor Strange Tyler. I mean, Doctor Strange Tyler wiped him 88% of the votes.
Yeah.
Probability War versus Throat Goat Jose. I thought this one would be close. Not really. People were just saying Throat Goat Jose washed him.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Probability War didn't stand a chance, I guess. Another one, Professor X Gabe. Okay, rightfully so, kind of washed Spider-Man. Spider-Man got some votes here, but for the most part, Professor X Gabe.
That's just tough.
Yeah. This one, not really as close as I thought it would be, but Martian Manhunter kind of wiped you here. Yeah.
That's the one I take.
People usually don't know Dragon Ball scaling. Like I don't even know it as much because like that's what I did for like years.
What also comes out to like the early Dragon Ball gets like downplayed so much. They're like, yeah, I mean Yamcha's weak. But, like, is he weak though comparative? Like Krillin, I think is a better example than Yamcha. People really think Krillin is way weaker than he actually is. Like this nigga is actually like that.
He's soloing a lot of anime versus.
Yeah. He's soloing like a lot of anime universes combined with another anime universe. Take My Hero, throw it in with Dragon Ball. He's soloing him. Wait, did I say Dragon Ball?
I was like, what?
I mean, I don't know, man.
Naruto can scale to Universal.
I didn't know that.
He unfortunately can.
Yeah, people scale him like Outerversal.
I know.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's just so dumb.
Normal people don't do that, but I've seen the arguments.
Yeah.
It's because people have this anime fans have this obsession of making their characters the strongest.
Yeah. Like technically they made a pocket dimension that has a light source which is comparable to the sun, and because they made the sun, it's like, okay, bro.
It ain't that deep.
It ain't that deep. He beat whatever.
All right, round 3 of the loser bracket here.
I didn't vote in this one.
I didn't either.
I didn't know this one even came out.
I didn't know it was out yet.
Guldo Deven versus Rogue Deven.
Okay.
Pleasure God Disciple Gabe versus Alexander Vex. Doctor Strange Tyler versus Throat Goat Jose, and Professor X Gabe versus Martian Manhunter Gabe. Only 4 matchups here.
Okay.
Let's just go off the top here. Guldo Deven versus Rogue Deven.
I'm gonna go.
Honestly,
I still got Gojo.
I got Gojo.
I still got Gojo.
What does Rogue do against Time Stop? If Batman ain't doing anything against Time Stop, then I don't see what Rogue's doing against it.
Yeah, I Gojo on that one.
Yeah.
Man, I can imagine if Guldo goes far in this tournament. Then.
I mean, Time Stop is the broken ability.
Who did
he lose to?
Did he lose to Martian Manhunter? Yeah, because he was like, they were like, he can stop time, but he ain't
What's he
touching
doing?
him.
What's he doing?
Yeah. I guess it was just an unfortunate round 1 matchup.
I mean, that's kind of weird to think about now. We were like, how you gonna touch him? But like, he was gonna kill. Actually, never mind. That's it. Never mind. I was gonna say he was gonna kill Krillin and Gohan, but technically, like, their whole thing is a key base, and since they were like frozen, their key wasn't really up to protect them. So it's whatever.
Yeah. Pleasure God Disciple versus Alexander Vex.
Same thing.
Same thing as round 1.
Eduardo,
yeah. Pleasure God Gabe had to take it.
Yeah. If you want to compare it,
like the God energy equates to hockey, then yeah.
Yeah. I was also gonna say like you could probably out-hawk him since your whole thing is like pleasure. Like you could probably like mind break me or something.
Yeah, probably just overload you with pleasure.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange Tyler versus Throat Goat Jose. Doctor Strange Tyler had another close match.
It's a wash. It's a wash.
It
was tough that versus Gojo round 1.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he
Gojo round 1
because he happened to verse one of the strongest niggas round 1. He's like, oh, this loser bracket easy. So I could have versed any of these niggas round 1 that happened to verse that guy.
He entered the lobby. You're like, is this who I'm fighting?
He probably had an idea. He's like, that was his round 1 matchup. He's like, damn, well, this tournament's tough, man.
No, they were making the Outerversal gods that were creating this tournament, bringing everyone together, was like, okay, everything's random. This is gonna be skill-based matchmaking. Let's go. So they did the one skill-based matchmaking fight. And then
And then he was sitting there thinking after the match, he's like, damn, bro, if that was just my first round match, I could only imagine how hard it gets. He's in the loser bracket like, show me these niggas were this weak.
He sees Jose. He sees like he sees Jose just playing on his Game Boy like, hey, up.
This is my fight? Oh God, you for real right now.
BFFR, bro. BFFR right now.
He's like, bro, I'm in round 3. You're telling me this is who I'm versing in round 3? A nigga who can suck things off?
Hey, man. All I'm saying is, let Jose suck Doctor Strange off. I don't know what he's doing.
I mean, yeah, if he can.
I mean, could you like time loop it or something? So it's like reverts back.
What, you want to keep getting sucked off?
Well, like,
You want to like live
back to the
infinity?
top.
Oh, yo, that was good.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'll say that again. Then Tyler kind of a freak, but Tyler want Jose to go off on him. Yeah, so I mean, safe to say we all think Doctor Strange is winning that one. Professor X Gabe versus Martian Manhunter Gabe. If I'm not mistaken, this would have happened originally.
I think
it didn't happen.
No,
because Batman beat one of
Professor
them.
X. That's right. Because it was
He either beat one of them or both of them. I think he actually beat both of them. Didn't Batman beat both?
No,
of
I
these
think
guys?
Batman beat Professor
Because
X.
who beat Martian Manhunter? Oh, Jowp X Gabe.
Jowp
Yeah,
X
it was
Gabe,
Jowp
yeah,
X. That was it.
Yeah. So for this one, like, I think, and I could be completely mistaken. Doesn't Martian Manhunter have like psychic resistance?
Well, he's also a telepath.
Yeah. So it's like
Yeah, I would assume if you are a telepath, naturally you have a resistance to it.
exactly. So I think that's a wash.
Yeah, I think Martian Manhunter should just wipe him.
Yeah.
Even if you want to argue Professor X's telepathy is stronger, which it most likely is, it still wouldn't matter. I think
Because
he still has
physicality.
a resistance to it to a point where it's not like Professor X just be like, kill yourself or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Alright, let's get into the results here for this one. Another close one with Guldo and Rogue. But Rogue Deven actually takes it over Guldo Deven.
That's
here.
actually absurd.
That's crazy.
that shouldn't happen.
That's crazy.
Now we've got Rogue Deven moving on to the losers. I think that'll be the quarters, I believe.
Have you missed one?
No, I just now just did that.
Next, we got Pleasure God Disciple Gabe versus Alexander Vex. And Pleasure God Disciple Gabe kind of took it handily, 65%. So next, Doctor Strange Tyler, he wiped. Throat got no votes. Has Doctor Strange Tyler even? Oh, he lost like 3 votes to Chuya, but aside from that, he hasn't lost any votes in the loser bracket so far. And then the last one in the loser bracket right now we have is Professor X Gabe versus Martian Manhunter Gabe, and Martian Manhunter Gabe did wash here, 74%.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the only one I was like, Gojo Deven should have won that one against Rogue.
Yeah, he should have.
He should have
Yeah,
won that one.
I don't know. It's weird. What is the arguments? Like, you guys love Batman, but Rogue.
I mean, I guess they could say something
has
that's like
the edge?
even through time stop, if he were to touch her, then it's like
maybe it would stop
It would-
time stop. Maybe
it would
Well,
like,
like,
he would, like
the
suck
shock
the
of it would
energy.
make him take a breath in, and then she can kill it.
Well,
Well, what he's saying is like, how would I
think is
hurt Rogue?
Well, it's like because like it's not like Rogue has to touch someone, isn't it? Like if
Yeah,
anyone
he can touch
touches
as
her,
well.
so it's
Yeah.
like through a time stop, they could say like, okay, if he punched her, it's like she takes his like.
I mean,
energy.
Gojo has Ki Blast. Like, he doesn't have to physically touch Rogue.
That's
Yeah,
true,
but would
yeah.
you know what her ability is though?
It doesn't
I
matter.
would assume he would at this point. Like we assumed they had a dossier, right? So if
guess,
he
yeah.
does,
And even then-
I guess it just depends on if he knows, if he doesn't know.
Yeah, or if it's still like maybe she has to touch me and I can still touch her.
Because even if because I do know this about Rogue, is that if you do touch her, like when you first touch her or she touches you, there is like an initial shock factor to it. That because like you're just getting overwhelmed by it. So if he is in stop time and he does touch her, he probably would get shocked and then take a breath in, and then in that second he could just kill her. Kill him.
Devin can kill Devin.
Yeah, Devin could kill the other Devin.
Yeah, Rogue can kill Gudo.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know.
I don't know.
So
I
guess
feel like
there's arguments
Gudo
here.
still should have won.
I didn't really put any like free responses here in the loser bracket, but I mean, feel free in the comments to let us know why you picked the people you picked, so we can kind of know what you're thinking here. But yeah, it's time to get to the actual main bracket now that we're caught up in the losers bracket now. See who's moving on to the, I believe it'll be the semis now coming up here. We're in the quarters right now.
Yeah.
Round 3. Interesting. We're in the final 8, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we have Jowp X Gabe versus Batman Gabe here. Both the 2 smartest Gabe variants, maybe.
I think it should still be a wash.
Disease God Disciple Deven versus Blood God Eduardo. Here, the 2 God guys versus each other. The matchup people wanted to see in the episode didn't happen.
Yeah.
Gojo Gabe versus Superman Tyler. Most likely the matchup of the tournament to decide who wins it, maybe. Depending on how you guys vote. Who knows, I guess. But I guess it does depend on if Batman. It does depend. I guess. It does depend. Because if Batman wins and then Superman also wins, then yes, we can assume Batman will most likely win.
Yeah.
And then Gambit Eduardo versus Jowp Eduardo. Both Eduardos. Interesting how we have
it's the
I'm
first
versing
one.
myself and then Eduardo versing himself.
I think it's the first Eduardo on Eduardo violence.
Maybe. There's actually interesting enough. Everyone has a variant in this tournament right now, but after this round, not everyone will. Guaranteed. Because if no matter what, let's see.
Do I have anyone in the finals?
I guess there is a way that everyone could have one. Yeah, you have the disease guy.
Oh yeah, disease god. Yeah.
So there is a way we could all still be in the final four, which would be crazy if we all end up in the final four. That'd be awesome. But yeah,
I don't see it
think
playing
it's likely
that.
based on what's happening.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, it's not possible because oh no, it is. Yeah,
It is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. The first one, Jowp Gabe versus Batman Gabe here. What are we thinking here, boys?
Should be Jowp Gabe wash.
We've had a long time to think about this one, Devin. What do you got? What have you been cooking up here?
I mean, I want to say Jowp Gabe kind of does. Thinking about like all these past arguments, saying like he has potentially the Speed Force and he has all these other abilities, right? But then you have a nigga like Batman
is used to these abilities.
Yeah, where you have facts like where Batman guessed where Barry would be, then stabbed him where he was gonna be. I'm like,
but
you have things like that where I'm like.
But then again, Gabe also has ghoul serum, so regeneration.
He does. So
it's like, yeah, he gets stabbed. Oh, what to do? Good one, you know. So it's like,
I guess. I think the main thing is what is Batman's win con? Because I'm leaning towards Jowp, but like how would Batman beat someone like Jowp?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't think.
I don't think he has one.
I'm not saying he doesn't have one. I just don't know it. So you know what? I'm sure when we get to the free responses, they'll tell us.
Because I'm assuming you have like a minor healing factor or some of a healing factor already.
Who?
You. Oh, Jowp. Oh yeah, I forgot you. Jowp Gabe has a healing factor.
Yeah, of course he should. I would imagine.
You have all these other wacky things you can pull out your ass. So I don't know. I don't see a win con for Batman here. So.
But I'm sure they'll find one. I'm sure when we get to the free responses, we'll see some people in there making some arguments. But
actually, in this comic line, Batman actually has the Speed Force himself. If he touches someone with the Speed Force, it's like, all right, cool.
I mean, he did gaslight Barry into giving him the Speed Force, but like that's a different comic line.
It's different though.
But yeah, so we all kind of agree Jowp Gabe should win this. I don't really.
I agree so as well.
I wouldn't think it's as absurd to me of like the other Batman Gabe wins that he's had, like
Professor X.
Yeah. Like I think this one's a little more believable, weirdly enough, than like.
I don't think it is because like everyone else is like, yeah, he has this one minor thing, so he probably beat this because like most of the characters fight have like one ability. You have multitudes of abilities.
Yeah, I guess, but like the reason I can see it being believable is because they're like the potential of multitudes of abilities, right? Nothing's been confirmed.
I guess
it's more like the potential of it.
It's just about how they interpreted it.
Yeah. All right. So next one, the mirror matchup.
The mirror matchup.
Yeah, disease governs.
So you and I talked about this one.
I'm honestly so split on this. I don't know what to do.
I was split until you and I talked about it, and I convinced myself Blood God Disciple Eduardo wins this one. Because what's Devin's win con? Disease him. How are you gonna disease him?
He's more than just a disease. We talked to him. He's more than a disease. He's a disease plague death god.
You have to think about it though, because it's disease god Deven. Is everyone gonna go back and watch every second? Because Gabe talked about me that makes sense if you were to like include that aspect of yourself. But who's to say the fans did? And I think the fans will go, he's disease. And then, like, logically, what are you going to do? Poison his blood? Eduardo can live without blood. You're going to poison his eyeball? Okay, he can just stop the disease from spreading because it uses blood to spread. You know what I mean? It's like, he can just stop it in its tracks.
There's, like, respiratory diseases, though, right?
But they require blood to transfer through.
Damn, crazy.
Everything requires blood as a transport.
Damn, humans are crazy.
Yeah, humans
unless you have, like, a topical skin fungus or something.
Yeah, but then, like, what does that
then
really
you just be like,
then?
and just peel it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think I can, like, slow him down.
I don't think so, because he
has to take time to like.
But he can also manipulate your blood too. Once he sees your blood, he can manipulate it.
I guess.
He has to see it.
Yeah, he has to see it. He's like that too.
It takes one hit. We know Devin's notorious for nosebleeds.
I'm saying if I give him
notorious for nosebleed over here.
You've never seen me get a nosebleed. What are you doing?
I've seen you get at least like 7 or 8 nosebleeds, dog.
That's okay.
I've seen you in football. You're like,
all I'm saying, tooth for a scratch. All I'm saying is, I put syphilis in both his eyes. He's blinded. I mean, I can slow
like a half second.
I guess, yeah. But like the thing is, like, you can't put it inside his eye. It has to be like on his eye.
And then all these god disciples have regeneration. We like know this from the episode. He just take his eyes out and just regenerate new ones.
I'm like, oh.
And you also be like, because you also have this, you have similar, like you don't have the same, but like it's similar enough.
And all it takes is like you doing it one time, and Eduardo could like blood visor, and like use like a perfect steel blood visor on him. So you can't
blood visor, blood visor. I look like it.
And Eduardo's like,
Power Rangers.
Eduardo's like, I see what you did there.
Blood visor. That's just a hollow mask.
Yeah, he's just like,
I've been watching Bleach. He's like, hang on.
I'm like, ooh. I don't know. I haven't done this much research for the god variant.
It's been so long since I watched it, yeah. But I still want to say Eduardo because I don't think the Deven that most people would think of for like the disease god Deven. I don't think that he has what it takes to overcome Eduardo.
I remember because I was telling this to Tyler about I don't think it was specifically about this one, but it was just when we were talking about the blood god, because I think I was asking Tyler like what blood god variant he would want, and I was telling him, I was like, yeah, Devin's like Devin's the disease and death god. And he was like, death god? I was like, yeah, no one ever thinks that he's the death god because I made sure no one remembered that.
I keep hearing I'm the death god.
I like successfully gaslit everyone to believing he was just the disease god because I did not want people to give him the death edge.
Well, I think because like the reason why I don't remember is because at the time where I was listening, like that span of like the 30s, I would like listen to it while I'm working out. So like sometimes I'm not giving like my full attention to the podcast because I'm like doing something else, you know. So I probably just like didn't think of it.
Yeah, I've said multiple times like I'm also the death god because I remember the key thing when I read it, like I have life and death manipulation.
Yeah. Life and death? That's
yes,
crazy.
it's life and death. I was like,
so your life, death, disease. That's crazy.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
even still, I feel like this just comes down to like, if I just come to terms that maybe their abilities just cancel each other out, I just think it just comes down to a hands fight, and at that point,
yeah,
it's just
we
like,
talked about this before.
It's just
Eduardo bodying you, Devin. I'm sorry.
And hands.
Every time you guys have fought in real life, Eduardo beats you every time.
There's literally a video of me. There's literally a video of me pinning. Yeah, there's literally a video of me pinning him down and stopping him in the face, and then you go behind him, and stop him in the face.
That's not a win.
Me pinning him down is not a win.
Eduardo already won the fight to that point, and then you did that.
I pinned him. What do you mean?
After Eduardo already won, and he was done with the fight.
The fight was not over at all. I had him in a headlock, and then I pinned him.
No, this was after the fight was already over. Eduardo was.
I have the video.
Yeah, I do too. Eduardo's mindset was not thinking fight anymore. He was like, I won GG. So he's like, oh, Devin's doing this to me. It is what it is.
If you watch it, the fight was continuing the whole time. I have Eduardo in his headlock, and then I proceed to pin him. The fight was never over.
One time out of like how many?
Yeah, so you beat him.
I pinned Eduardo multiple times.
I've talked to Tyler.
I literally don't remember because every time it either ends up with like Eduardo winning or it's like a draw.
That's so cap. It either ends up in a draw or me pinning him down and winning. Because that's my only win comes to Eduardo. Because Eduardo gives up after I pin him.
No, because every time I remember seeing y'all fight, it was like you and Eduardo fighting. Eduardo wins or it's a draw, and then it's kind of like, all right, GG's. And like if it continues, it continues. But if like most of the time, it's just like GG, we're going our separate ways. It's a draw.
Yeah, but the thing is, I always go for the pin. If I don't go for the pin, then I stall him out till he gives up, and he usually doesn't give up till I pin. That's why I always go for the pin.
Memory. I literally don't. I cannot remember a single time of like you beating Eduardo.
Yeah, I mean I can't either, but like I don't know.
I could just be selectively remembering it, but I don't remember.
Who's to say? But that's the reason I think I'm gonna go Eduardo here as well, because I was just under the assumption that Eduardo doesn't.
And that's always wrestling, dude. That's never just hands.
Wrestling is hands.
I mean, it's definitely. I'm not a grappler.
More of a grappler than Eduardo.
I wouldn't say Eduardo's a grappler. Yeah, he has no sports experience.
Like,
he beats his meat. I'm saying. I don't know.
His shirt, bro. Come on.
That nigga likes to beat his meat, bro. I'm just saying. He's grappling his dick every night. I'm not.
Anyways, next one. Gojo gave us the Superman Tyler. Tyler said he's been cooking up something.
I want to hear this. I want to hear this argument.
What you got? Yeah, you said you were ready to bring up a feat for why you think.
Oh, I mean, like the only thing I think of is like Superman went beyond infinity one time, but like that's just one time. That's all I got. Because like the whole thing was like a panel of like infinity. It's like I don't know if it was like space and time or whatever. But it's like an infinity sign. And Superman's like flying through it, and then he broke infinity. So then it's like he can get beyond infinity. And it was just him like basically just like continuously speeding up, effectively. I don't remember.
What was speeding?
That was like my whole thing was like it's just one panel of like him breaking infinity.
What was speeding him up?
Himself. He was speeding up. Like, because he was in space, so there's like no friction. And he was like, I'm just gonna keep going faster and faster. And then he broke. He'd be like, he's like confined to within the realm of infinity, and then he like, and separated out of it.
Okay.
So he can get past infinity.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
Knowing,
have, like,
I'm not arguing that he didn't do that.
It's
but...
just I have no knowledge of any infinite speed Superman feats. The fastest feat I know from Superman is him like picking up the Jimmy Olsen watch signal from like trillions of light years away or something or whatever.
That's not infinite.
Like,
yeah.
Well, it's not infinite, yeah, but it's still insanely fast.
Yeah.
Like the only people I know with infinite speed that like off of my like feat knowledge is like Archie, Sonic, and Wally West. Flash. Like it's the only ones I know. And obviously Zeno Goku as well because he's
oh yeah, I forget.
It's like irrelevant speed.
Yeah.
But aside from that, infinite speed is such a feat that doesn't happen that often.
It doesn't happen very often. Yeah.
It's so hard.
That's just the one that I have. It's just
Yeah.
him going beyond that.
Yeah, and if we're not cherry picking, like usually people don't give Superman the
give him,
infinite
No.
speed feat.
So I
That was the only, I didn't realize I said I had something cooking. That's like literally the only thing I had was just that one. And it wasn't a page. It was like a page, but like.
even
going
then
through it.
though, I believe we all except for someone, I'm not gonna say who, but because like I want you guys to still watch the time capsule episode. Two of us, at least at this table, had this matchup happening in the time capsule episode. I believe we both said Superman Tyler wins this because we just like Superman Tyler kind of just, and I think even the third person, even though he didn't have Superman in this, he still agreed with us that. So we all kind of agreed that Superman should win this just because like he's Superman. Like there's no doubt in our mind that he can just like find a way to get past infinity. And if not, what is Gojo doing to hurt Superman at that point?
Also, and like you can correct me because it's just a genuine question. Is it confirmed that it's actually infinity, or is it just like a really long distance?
The distance gets halved every time. It's like
it's
like a mathematical
green, it's like the green
equation.
baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the green baby. I like how you use that as your reference, but yeah.
I mean, I think they're based on the same.
It is. It's based on the same principle.
Yeah. So
it's like a.
I know. I think
I can't fucking think of it. It's on a graph. It's like a rational equation or whatever.
Which is why you need infinite speed to get.
Yeah.
To get.
Because a rational equation like will always approach something but never touch it for infinity.
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, you can make some things. I don't know. Like
I'm sure there's something where it's like Superman doesn't need to touch him or something. Like I'm sure there's something, and it came down to like we kind of just agreed. Like yeah, we don't know specifically what Superman can do, but I just feel like he could.
It's
win
a
it.
feeling. Yeah.
push comes to shove, he just destroys like wherever planet he's on.
Yeah. So we both put Superman above it for that reason. I think I'm gonna still go Superman for the same reason because like I just feel like he can. He's Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go Superman here.
And last one? Yep, last one. Gambit Eduardo versus Jowp Eduardo. Surprised Gambit Eduardo got this far.
Me too. He was not someone I thought would get this far.
He is the biggest wild card in this tournament thus far. Never expected him to go this far in here.
Unfortunately, I believe this is where he stops. It's just
unfortunately or fortunately?
Well, unfortunately for him, because like he's like the underdog, taking it all the way. You know,
he is the underdog.
Vegas starts putting some hard bets on him, and then people are like, "I'm gonna bet my home mortgage on him." It's like, I'm sorry, if you bet your mortgage on him, and tough to say. I think he loses this one.
And then he runs into the Eduardo that actually has that dog in him. Like,
yeah,
it's really tough.
The actual like pinnacle of Eduardo-dom.
Yeah,
he got that Eduardo in him.
This is peak Eduardo. This is peak Eduardo.
This is Eduardo. Literally MC Eduardo.
Yeah,
it's literally MC Eduardo.
It's really tough to bet against Jowp Eduardo. There's only a few people who are like around Eduardo's like same power level. I would take like above
over
Eduardo.
him. And that's just because of like probably hacks of anything.
Yeah, exactly. But like obviously there's gonna be people like above him that I would take above him. But like if you're relative to him, I just gotta go Jowp Eduardo here. He has hacks, like not a lot.
Not a lot, but he has a couple.
He has good hacks. He's got that mentality to he just wants to win. He's got that intellect enough.
Also, like assuming that they would know what's happening in the tournament, he knows what's on the other side of the bracket. It's Jowp Gabe.
He's like, I gotta see that.
He's like,
it's Jowp
Gabe. So he knows what's happening. He's like, I gotta get to the finals and beat him down.
So
he's sitting there reading the bracket every time. He's like, yeah, Jowp Gabe, keep advancing. That's right.
Winning.
That's right.
Yeah, so you can argue that he's bloodlusted to like most of these matches.
Extremely bloodlusted.
And then he like imagine like Batman Gabe beats him and he's like, and then he loses next round. He's like, yeah, he didn't care anymore.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, that is that's definitely an interesting argument.
Like at that point, like Jowp's water could be like, this is another mind game that Gabe's putting on me. It's another trick of his. I need to pass this trick. I need to beat it.
That'd be so fun. Like he gets teleported like to like the tournament grounds. He's like, "What's the trick?" Is
Yeah,
it?
I know you're behind this, especially when he sees me. Like I think I'm the first matchup too. So he's like, of course you're the first matchup. This is your doing.
It's literally Kratos like Zeus.
I had a picture of like Tanya just calling out like Bean X or wherever his fucking is.
What?
What's that show called? The it's the Isekai with the little girl, war girl.
Oh, it's talking about the Tanya evil. Yeah, she's calling out God.
God.
God forsaken me. God was like, bro, I put you in this world. You're not real though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
that's a funny way to look at it.
Regardless of
Honestly,
it, he's still gonna fight harder.
I think canonically, Jowp probably would think this is a Jowp Gabe trick. He'd be like, yeah, this is a Jowp Gabe trick here. And knowing Jowp Gabe, he'd probably play into it. He'd be like, yeah, my idea.
What of it?
What do you do? Win? No.
You ain't winning. He's like, I'm
like, look at your match. I'm like, don't you? Who do you verse? He versed Ginyu, or I guess.
He versed Batman.
Yeah, but like if you could assume either Batman or Ginyu, yeah, either one, whatever Jowp Gabe would assume would win. He's like, nah, no shot. He's not getting past it. Even if he does, Gojo and Superman, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I don't think I can do that. Come on.
What if we accidentally swayed it by saying this? Like, you know what? I want the underdog pick to win it, and they put Eduardo going.
It's already too late though.
No, but like, I'm gonna guess he wins this one. I like assuming he wins this.
Well,
do you think it will
you're saying we sway towards Jowp?
Yeah.
I think you're saying Gambit because
like he's because Jowp Eduardo, like outside of this fight, is the underdog. He's not beating Gojo or Superman.
If they want to make the argument that he's beating Gojo or Superman, I'll hear it.
I'll hear it out.
I'll hear it out.
They're gonna put one soundbite. It's like, yeah, Eduardo actually has a relevant speed, but anyways, take a step back.
I'll hear it.
It's like because of the experimentation with the Speed Force, he actually is the Speed Force. So it's
I'm like, wait, I have to believe that's AI clip. That ain't no way. That was not the way.
Gabe just said like, yeah, Eduardo is Speed Force.
I did not say that.
Speed Force? But no, y'all missed it. Like I said, it could be also something like where Eduardo, because Gabe was experimenting Speed Force on him, like he like resonated with the Speed Force, and Speed Force like, yeah, we like this guy, and then like Eduardo knows like, oh yeah, Gabe's gonna give himself the Speed Force once he perfects it, so like in the future I'm gonna get the Speed Force again, and then like go back in time, invent the Speed Force, infiltrate Gabe, and destroy him from the inside, because I know he gives it to himself. So during that final fight, Gabe's like, but I have Speed Force, I'm better, and Eduardo's like, but do you? Gabe's like, oh my god,
that'd be so funny. That Gabe,
I won't lie, seeing a Jowp Gabe versus Jowp in the final,
it would go crazy. It would go crazy.
It would be cool, but I don't.
It would literally be like
they're on opposite ends.
It's like Griffith Guts.
They have to meet either Superman or
Nah, bro, it's like Griffith Guts. Like Eduardo's like he's going through the fights, and Gabe's like dog walking people, not dog walking, but it's like low diff people.
I mean, I versed Martian Manhunt.
Yeah, but like there's a tough match, but like Eduardo's like uphill battling half this shit.
Yeah,
like he's fighting.
Eduardo's kind of fighting up.
He had to fight Gojo or Superman, so it's like he's like, I mean, you're Nobel.
That's a funny concept though. Like the only reason why Gabe has like the Speed Force is because like Eduardo went back in time and they gave
it to him.
And it's not even that much of a reach because like it's confirmed I gave the Eduardo the Speed Force at one point. Like I did say I took it out, right? But like I still did give it to him at one point. So who's to say like maybe I didn't take it all out, right? Maybe there's some bit of it left in. Like
I said, like maybe he also like resonated with the Speed Force, and later on, like, you know what, we like you. We're gonna like give you a little bit of it.
Who knows? And actually, technically, maybe I'm kind of swaying people a little bit here, but I tested the Speed Force on Eduardo, meaning he was patient 0. So he was the first
he
one
had
to
raw
get
Speed Force.
Yeah, so Speed Force might have just been like, he's the first nigga I've ever known. He's kind of my nigga. You're the second guy, bro. Like we ain't really rocking with dude like that.
You're the rebound.
Yeah. So who's to say?
That'd be a funny match.
But let's get into the results here.
Fucking that's kind of funny.
Now, a close 50-51, but Jowp Gabe does take it, so he moves on to the semis here. He beats him.
Batman's finally out this bracket. Finally,
thank you.
17-16, 1 vote. So
that was me. That was me.
1 vote. Batman Gabe finally out of here. There are no more Batmans. I mean, they're in the loser bracket now.
I mean, I also voted against it, but
actually, I wouldn't say they, but like one of them's in the loser bracket now. So I mean. And in a second, after we get through all the winners, we're gonna go through the lead bracket. We're gonna see like what's gonna happen now that these losers are shown. But yeah, I forgot we have explanations as well. So explanations. He better.
True.
True.
I don't know who he's talking about, but yeah,
we know.
Batman Gabe just needs to lose already. Don't know how he even got this far. I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
Kind
That's
of,
what
I
I'm
agree.
saying,
But
bro.
then like maybe the viewers kind of gaslight me a little bit more. I'm kind of like leaning more to like, yeah, Batman could do it.
You know, at this point, Batman can do whatever he
I
wants.
still don't think get past Professor X. Whatever. That's a whole different can of worms.
Let's just get Batman out of here. Okay, it looks like a lot of people are trying to back Batman up.
You're the real heroes.
Yeah, you're the real ones.
I put it that way. Not that way.
Jopek's Gabe is too hypothetical. Let's just go with what we know. And we know Batman is him. Especially Batman Gabe. He was able to keep a Tony Stark Eduardo from doing anything with his intellect.
I mean, it's not that hard. Like, if I feel like it wouldn't be that hard though.
It's really not. It's
Yeah,
like,
if I stand over Eduardo, like stop that.
yeah, like I'm physically more capable than him. It doesn't matter how smart you are. Like I can literally just be like,
Well, regardless,
like break that thing his arms.
in my mind, regardless, like it's like starting up's the hardest part.
Yeah.
And then once you have the stuff, you can like build on it. But you never let him get the startup. So it's like he's constantly like he's like about to make it, and then you go in and like break his armor. It's like, get this shit out of here, bro.
Like it would be a feat if he was already established.
Like,
And
if he was established as
stopped
like superior Iron Man or something.
Yeah,
and then you wouldn't
no,
crash
no.
him down. That's different.
To be fair, it might be people like maybe forgotten. Like, yeah, you snuffed him out before you even like started
did
anything.
anything. Yeah.
He's just the intellect of him.
Yeah. What can Jopek's Gabe really do? He's just a smart version of Gabe that got bodied by Eduardo with ghoul serum. Come on. Let's not, dude. This sounds like the same nigga who said that Professor is just a cripple with telepath or something. Like, come on, bro.
It sounds like the same nigga. Like, yeah, sure. I'm not answering you like ugly. Whatever the fuck you said.
Like,
This is anti-Gabe.
This is literally a straw man. This thing is straw manning everything. He's like, let me just. No,
Right.
and basically, if you bare bones it, that's what happened. Like,
I mean,
I guess.
I mean, you are a Gabe who just has gold serum and super smart.
Amongst other things.
But that's what's like bare bones, and you're taking away so many other things. Like, yeah, Eduardo's just the guy with the ghoul serum. Like that's not just what he is. There's so much more to it. And then say, I got bodied by Eduardo. Come on, not even accurate, dude.
I think it was more like you let yourself lose.
Legit, what's like verbatimly stated is I let him win.
Yeah, it's like the Itachi and Sasuke thing.
Dude, what a loser, bro.
I'll take.
L take. How many times we got to tell you that Batman is him? Apparently not enough because he lost.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't see a Batman in the finals.
So hold this L. Hold this L.
I don't see a Batman in the finals.
I don't see it. Not even the semis. No.
Yeah.
Semis.
I have to agree with the subreddit here. Jopek's Gabe might be the most OP variant here based on potential, and we also need Batman out of here.
True. Valid.
Looks like a lot of people
Ultra
are
common anonymous W.
Yeah,
like,
ultra
come on.
common. Looks like a lot of people are in agreement that we need to get Batman out of here.
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve to be. You see the gods we have in this? We have Superman and Gojo. Then we have Batman.
Just there. He's like, yeah, I'm here.
We got both God disciples, and it's like Batman like.
Batman's like,
Yeah, see me? See me?
They see me there. Is that the last one? Oh, there's more. He's Batman.
Okay.
That's
why he lost.
Jopek's Gabe wouldn't let Batman Gabe do any prep. He just instantly kills him. Probably
Yeah,
true,
probably.
honestly. Because like, I don't see why I would just let him.
Especially because like the whole like argument, water argument too. It's like he sees a water, it's like okay, I'm gonna have to see this through. Like I don't want to dilly dally, possibly lose. I need to get through this.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's me, right? Obviously, I wouldn't be like, let me let Batman cook. Like, why? In what world? In what world would this hyper intelligent Gabe be like, let me let Batman cook? Like, what world is that feasible?
maybe here's what you can do. Maybe you're like, I'm Batman. I want to see what me.
Nah,
I'm Batman.
Nah, no way. Next one for the longer one here. Batman Gabe takes this with low to medium diff. Jopek's Gabe will try and use his convincing power on Batman Gabe, and while pretending to be under his influence, he actually catches him off guard and slits his throat with a batarang.
What?
Regeneration. That's all you need.
I guess they forgot. Right. I guess they forgot. Just regen.
Just be like, you're like, oh no, you got me. Psych.
Kidding.
Call an ambulance. But not for me.
Did they really think I would just believe his like, he's under my influence?
It's like, oh, you got me. Okay, yeah.
I'm also hyper intelligent. I'm not just like a gullible
You're
guy.
comparable to Batman.
Not only that, he's technically like you. Like, nigga, I'm you.
I know all his tells.
Nigga tried to whip out the whole Deven vernacular with low to medium diff. Like, bro, who talks like that? This is not.
I don't even talk like that. I don't say low to medium
This is
diff.
not 2016 debate forums, bro. Like, yeah, you're with that low to medium diff.
Low to medium diff.
Bro thinks we're on Superpower Wiki or something. Like, come on. I think it's the last one. No, there's more. Batman just got done beating Professor X Gabe, and if I can do proper scaling here, you guys had Professor X Gabe above Jopek's Gabe.
Says who?
Says who?
When did we say this?
That's never a matchup that came up.
You got to show me when.
Pull the scan of it.
We
Like,
have never said this.
To be
before.
fair, what is Gabe doing if Professor X just says die?
I'm pretty sure Jowp X Gabe with Speed Force can speed blitz faster than Professor X Gabe can think.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't remember ever talking about maybe in. No, we didn't even talk about the round 1 matchup because this matchup would have never happened.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe they're doing like not linear, but like kind of like parallel power scaling. Because like, like, oh, maybe this guy beat this guy, so like by comparison, maybe he can beat this guy. But
Well, who did we said Professor X Gabe should be Batman,
yeah,
but he didn't. I don't know how that even works out.
Oh, maybe it's because we said he should have beaten Batman, and maybe they voted for Batman to win, and because we said Professor X would have beaten Batman, and Batman would have beaten Jowp X Gabe, like Devin's saying, it's like you're parallel scaling them, and it's like through transitive properties, then he would beat.
I don't know. Either way, it's not.
That's a reach,
Dude,
regardless.
I don't. We never said this, bro. You're lying. You're straight lying. We never said this.
Yeah.
I've never said this.
Even then, I would take Jowp X in that matchup.
Over
Anyways,
Professor X Gabe, yeah, I would too.
Yeah, I would definitely. Just the speed factor alone is. People downplay speed sometimes. Like
huge.
speed is like
Speed
such
kills.
a big thing.
Yeah.
speed kills. Where does that thing come from? Is that like a power scaling thing? I've heard it so much in my life. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
yeah,
don't know
speed
where it's
kills.
from.
I'm pretty
I
sure
wouldn't
it's a
even-
real life thing. I think it's from boxing.
Boxing.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
that makes sense. I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if it was like from Fast and Furious 1. It's like,
Speed kills.
no, it's Artist Family.
Okay, now the actual last one. In all caps, stop the Batman disrespect. The only person in this tournament I could see Batman lose to is Gojo Gabe. And even then, there's an argument still.
What?
Bro,
I had to argue Superman beating. Oh my.
no, bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna need to hear this argument. Because I can,
No, Batman with the Mobius chair. Yeah, he beats Gojo Gabe.
Even then, how would he get past the finish?
I still don't think he does.
I
You
don't
can have all the knowledge in the world. It doesn't matter if you can't do anything.
knowledge of Speed Force. Speed Force gives him. I don't know.
You can have knowledge of it, but you still have to have the access to it.
I don't know, man. Maybe they make an argument.
I want to hear it. I want to hear your. I'm calling you out right now. Give me. You said there's an argument. I want to hear it. What is this argument?
The thing is,
I need to hear it.
I have all 3 God Trio niggas beating Batman. I have all these 3 of them beating Batman. Like,
Yeah, that's like low diff.
It's the fact that he's like the only one in the tournament is Gojo.
Who maybe could beat him is
Yeah,
Gojo.
it's not even that he said like for sure. It's like maybe. Like there's an argument.
I can
an
name 5
argument that he
niggas in
beats
this
him,
bracket that can beat like Batman. Like,
Dude, what is Batman doing against Doctor Strange? Gaslighting him? Is that what he's doing?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Come on, like, dude, no. I'm glad Batman's out of here.
For
I'm
sure.
glad we packed Batman.
yeah, if he's your
Yeah.
GOAT, then why ain't he in the finals?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
the semis. Come on,
Come on,
bro.
bro.
Come
all I
on,
know is
bro.
we're smoking that
I'm glad that
Batman
nigga
pack.
packed up. Send that nigga packing. Next one, Disease God versus Blood God here. The ultimate mirror matchup here.
And I got Blood God on this one.
And this one is relatively close as well. It is a 42 to 57. And Blood God takes it. 19 votes, 57% of the votes here.
Indubitably.
Probably how the match would go. Just go like almost even, and then Eduardo having the edge. Yeah, having the edge.
Yeah. Well, let's get into responses and see what people say.
But before you go, why don't you just do it like this?
What?
Like this, and just put the mouse over the one you're on, and then just like.
Because I don't want to read them all. Because I'll read ahead. I don't want to read ahead.
Then don't. I don't know. It's like you're
Just don't.
because like you're always just like.
Man, don't bother me. Why bother you?
It just looks weird, dog. Like, there's a more effective way to do it. Just don't read ahead. Just look at the camera.
I can't just not read ahead. All right. This one says, close battle. Devin takes the edge. Well, clearly he didn't.
Clearly he didn't. He lost on one.
You're just wrong, I guess.
Yeah. How's it feel being wrong?
Eduardo has more experience with his powers than Devin does.
True.
True.
Actually, a true statement. So
That's your whole statement.
yeah. I wish these were kind of longer, but I mean, there's sentences.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Blood powers just seems better than STD powers. I mean,
See, I told you, like, they're gonna narrow it down to just STDs.
You'd be right. Blood does
You would
seem
be
better
right.
than
If I
STD.
only had STD powers, yes.
I mean, you are ST Devin. You ain't Death
ST
Devin.
yeah, true.
Deathvin.
Yeah, you're right.
So. it is
Death
what it
God
is.
disciple Devin.
Don't diseases affect your blood? If so, then Eduardo would probably just be immune to Devin's abilities.
Which
Argument, bro.
is how that works. Yes.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of like flawed because they're saying like diseases affect your blood. They don't affect your blood. They utilize your blood.
Yeah.
It's like it's.
Ain't that deep, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
that's what I'm saying,
you're
like,
They're, like, going
Yeah, I get what they're
for it,
going
yeah.
for, but like it's only like sepsis that's really gonna
Yeah,
affect your
yeah.
blood.
Next one. If we assume their strength is about the same, since they're both disciples, then I think Deven should take the edge with his actual combat experience. I don't know if he has actual combat.
I mean, that just goes back
to... may
to...
have told you he's in the military, but it don't mean this nigga's been in the field fighting people. Like, it's not like anime where like...
Also, and truly no offense, Air Force. So it's like, he's not a Marine out there, you know, like...
That is also...
I'm gonna say, Eduardo's supposed to be boxing.
Okay.
If you were boxing...
No, I'll be completely honest with you guys. If he was a Marine, I'd agree with you here.
Yeah, I'd have to give it to you.
He's not a Marine.
And I mean that like with no disrespect.
All I want
like,
to say is Eduardo doesn't want to see me in the ring. Sign the contract. I'm just saying, Eduardo can wrestle me all he wants. See me in the ring, he ain't winning. That's all I'm saying.
Devin's gonna go through this training arc.
I don't need to.
Playing the Creed soundtrack.
Puts his foot in a tire like, Eduardo, get in here, get in here.
I don't need to, bro.
Sign the
I
contract.
train monthly because I'm a combat engineer.
Alrighty. Anyways, this last one.
It's a big one.
Same nigga. Disease God Deven wins with high to extremely high diff. Depending on depending on which level Eduardo is at here, I assume that all the gods are equal and relatively close to each other in power. Yeah. I also think that both of their abilities just cancel each other out. So this battle just comes down to who has better hands. You guys have said that Deven is in the military, so he should beat Eduardo here. But this one is a long and hard fight. I mean, yeah,
that's rational. Yeah,
it is rational.
It basically said like with the other guys like Deven in the military, he got this.
Basically.
This is a more wooden version.
Yeah, but he just went more like in depth about it. He's like, I'm smarter.
He's like, technically,
because what happened?
He's a forum guy. You're a forum guy.
It's a verbatim what the previous one said, but he just like has to hit the word count. Like, it's a 50 word count. Yeah. I'm gonna hit the word count.
Instead of saying ooga booga, he's like, I unga, therefore I boonga.
Yeah, like, exactly what happened.
You gotta hit the word count. Instead of saying wasn't, he says was not.
Therefore
I believe that one can make an argument that.
Bro's just stretching the word count out. Alrighty, next one here. Gojo Gabe versus Superman Tyler here. And this one is relatively close. I see the graph. But Gojo Gabe does end up taking it 54% to 45% here by 3 votes here.
Which I'm not mad at.
No.
I'm not mad at it. As long as it was close, it's fine. Because Gojo kind of washed Doctor Strange, where we thought should have been
closer. It was like 1 or 2 votes for Doctor Strange. And I'm like, that's crazy.
So this one is close here. And this makes me think that I can't see Gojo losing now at this point. Now, this is his biggest competition.
At this point,
here.
No.
I mean, the only argument I could see maybe Gojo winning is if Batman was still in this tournament. I would assume you guys would just cock ride him. That's the only argument I can think of. But
I mean, that one guy said maybe make an argument for Gojo.
I want to see it. I want to see this argument. But yeah,
hey, come up from losers. That's okay.
Let's just get into the explanations here. He better. Yeah, he is.
Yes.
I don't see how Superman gets past infinity. I mean, it's a
valid.
It's valid, yeah.
Take. Yeah, I don't know either, but I just assumed he could. He's Superman. He can do anything. That
makes sense as well.
That's also valid.
These are valid points here. We agree with. Next one, Infinity 2 OP. Yeah,
true. It is.
It is. I don't know if it's 2 OP, but
it's very OP for sure.
Yeah. Gabe can just erase Tyler with Hollow Purple, and Tyler won't even be able to touch Gabe.
I would say yes and no.
I mean, you get the hit to him
because like you could assume that Superman has a low enough durability. It's just like about bringing up durability feats and like the attack potency. Like truly, how strong is it? But also like, could Superman not just like weave it?
Yeah, I would say
it's not instantaneous. So it's like
you could definitely weave it. I think. But I mean,
there's a bunch of arguments.
Superman can't touch Gabe. Yeah, I guess.
It's like a durability thing too. Like again, even if it does hit him, is it gonna actually do anything to him or not? It just depends on like how you break down what it does.
Next one, I don't think Superman can survive Gojo's domain expansion.
That isn't.
I think he can. His mental fortitude is insane.
It's insane. Yeah,
it is insane. But
he can comprehend infinity. Like
has he done it?
Not comprehend, but like he can like withstand infinite.
That's not the same. That's not the same.
Getting infinite knowledge poured into your mind is not the same as holding a book of infinity.
Because Superman,
the book was infinite pages. He wasn't like reading it.
Yeah,
Superman has resisted people who try to like be in his brain, and he's done it multiple times. But I don't know if he can comprehend infinity.
Interesting enough, that's one aspect of Gojo we've completely like forgotten about. It's his domain expansion. We always just talk about like infinity.
Because it's such a big like wall you have to get over. Like,
yeah. And this like this guy's basically saying like even if he does, it's like domain expansion. Then what's Superman doing? So I mean, it's pretty accurate. I guess honestly I did forget about domain expansion.
I think if I was gonna argue against that, I'd have to like catch up JJK because I don't know if because they talk about his domain expansion, but I don't think they go really in depth about everything. I don't remember. It's been so long.
The thing is with Akutami, the author of JJK, he's a huge power scaling nerd. So he in depth explains almost everything. There's like, it's not usually in the manga. It's usually like off page. Like when the chapter's over, he'll like fully explain things because he wants to make sure everyone like
fully understands it.
Yeah, so he's like, because he loves power scaling, so he wants people to power scale his series. He's like, so you guys can have the best like understanding of it. I'm gonna fully explain things, which is why he brought the whole like math to explain Gojo's Infinity.
He's like, I can't. I need 3 of y'all to do it for me.
Y'all do it for me. And they're like, I bet we'll do it. So
yeah, so I'd have to like refresh on his ability. Yeah, I'm sure there probably is. I just don't know it because I don't know. All I know is that it has to do with like comprehending Infinity. Like he like sends something through his brain.
Yeah,
that's all I know. But I just know Superman's mental fortitude feats are pretty crazy.
They are pretty crazy. Yeah. Next one, Superman basically just does anything, so he just wins. I think it's a valid take, honestly. It is valid, but unfortunately, Gojo also does almost anything. At least in his universe, he does.
In his verse, yeah.
Just the same guy again. Dude, I like we know it's the same guy because it's the paragraph.
It's like because like the lines, it goes like this long. Every other sentence is like half of it, and you see like like bro, use Chat GPT to type in a response. It's like say this, but like
actually.
Actually, on volume 47, chapter 24.
Interesting here. Okay, so Gojo wins here with extremely low diff. Gojo has 2 different win cons here, but for starters, Superman can't even touch him, so speed doesn't matter here. Gojo either uses domain expansion and melts Superman's mind, or he uses hollow purple and just erases him. Also stated before by you guys on the podcast, Superman is weak to magic, so Gojo's attacks would be extra effective like on Superman.
Is that magic?
I don't want to hear the argument that Gojo doesn't. I don't want to hear the argument that Gojo doesn't use magic because in JJK they're called sorcerers and sorcerers practice
That's just
magic,
a title,
though.
Which is why Doctor Strange is called the Sorcerer Supreme.
That's a title, though. Like,
it's
just a word.
I mean, but you could say curse energy. I mean,
because like curse energy is like you have to delineate between I guess like a curse and magic. But I think we talked about that in the capsule episode. I was like, is that magic? And
a curse? I don't think we talked about it, but I think a curse could be classified as magic.
I think it is because Cersei uses curses.
Curses, yeah.
See, in my opinion, I feel like a curse, it's like the square rectangle thing where it's like all curses. Oh, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, that's, you about to say that? Like, you're about to say, you have to prove them right.
Yeah,
all curses are magic, but magic
is curses. Yeah.
I love using the rectangle square argument.
So, I mean,
I guess it just depends on whether you assume that the curse is magic.
I think it is. I would say it is.
And even then, but still, it's like Superman's not weak to magic. He's just not resistant to it.
See, I say that all the time.
You don't, Devin.
No, every time I say it, this nigga always argues with me.
No, I don't.
do because my argument.
Superman is just he doesn't have any resistance.
He doesn't have a
what does that mean? Resistance. That means he's a regular nigga. That's a weakness. If you don't have any resistance to it, that's a weakness.
No, kryptonite is a weakness.
It doesn't have to cripple you to be a weakness. Not what a weakness is by definition. It just if your natural immunities aren't there, then you are weak to it. That is by definition a weakness. His inherent abilities that stop that from affecting him don't work. He's weak to it. It's a weakness. It works.
Yeah, but just because like let's say like I have like magic and I have a fireball and I start like I'm not that like automatically beat someone like Superman.
No, but you know what that fireball does? That fireball hurts Superman just as much as it would hurt a regular nigga because he has no resistance.
I don't know if it's just as much. I think you're downplaying. No, I think you're downplaying.
He has some physical like strength, obviously, but like at the end of the day, it would hurt him the same. So yes, it is still a weakness. He doesn't have his Kryptonian defenses to block it and make it not hurt as much.
I mean, using the same logic, that means he should die or like basically die automatically when someone like Shazam punches him with like a lightning punch or some shit. Like he still has a base durability that's stronger than most.
I know, I do, but I'm saying it's still weak. He's not Superman who eats like plants blowing up when it comes to magic. Like it's obviously significantly lower. Yeah, like when I said the fireball argument, obviously he's not dying to a fireball from a regular nigga. Obviously not. Otherwise, Cersei would be bodying him.
Yeah, but people use this argument that magic just automatically just counters Superman and just automatically beats him. Like no,
it counters him in the sense of where he's not like he's not. You can't take his peaks.
Yeah, you can't take him his peaks, but you would need someone at least somewhat comparable.
Yeah, like,
to even match Superman at all.
Would Gojo not be up there? Because Gojo's gonna give him a run for his money with the whole fact that Superman has to worry about getting past Infinity as well, and then there's the domain expansion thing as well.
I mean, I guess. I actually had a question.
Superman, because I don't know if you guys know this, but Hollow. I mean, I don't know how accurate this is because I haven't looked into Hollow Purple that much extensively. But Hollow Purple, in essence, erases.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
It erases anything in its path. So it's not like a durability thing. It's like it's supposed to be a durability negation.
Well, it's
thing.
kind of yes and no because like if it using that
It's
logic,
space-time, so it's
yeah, because if it erases everything in its path, using that logic by erasing the air, you're creating a vacuum.
Yeah,
so
it does.
It creates
He
vacuums.
fixes it, yeah.
Oh, and he fixes it. Oh.
So I mean, it just comes down to, I don't know. The Gojo thing is whatever. I haven't looked that much into Hollow Purple, so I don't know. But I just know that like, in essence, that's what it does. It erases everything in its path. You can say sure, it create a vacuum, but the anime logic, right? Black holes don't literally erase everything. It's like a focused attack. Same thing. Like Goku is a planetary threat, but when he punches, he doesn't destroy the planet because he's focusing it in the one point. So it could be the same thing with Gojo. He's focusing Hollow Purple at one point, so it doesn't erase things that should.
Yeah.
Erases the ground.
Also, I actually want to talk about this. That one nigga that Gojo used Affinity on. Not
The
Affinity.
volcano guy.
Yeah, the volcano. I didn't mean Affinity. I meant like
Domain expansion.
Domain expansion. He ripped his head off. And, like he was uploaded. He's still alive, isn't he? He was just a head.
I think the argument.
Gojo didn't want to kill him.
Yeah.
He literally said that.
Oh, he said okay.
Yeah,
He said it's been a while, so
He wanted to stop
him.
him.
Did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He wanted to just show him the clear difference in power. He was like, "This is just to show you."
Oh yeah, because what he did is he basically made like revolved Infinity around like the apple.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that
So it wasn't the full force.
It wasn't a full force of Infinity.
we've never seen him use it on it because he's never had to. The thing is, Gojo is so OP in his universe, he's never had to try.
Because he's just him.
Yeah, everyone's afraid of him, and that's why like when people, if you ever see like the post on Twitter, it's like who's the most OP in their universe, it's usually like Gojo's kind of the guy you think of because the universe revolves around. Can we do anything? Well, Gojo exists, so no, we can't do anything. Like, we kind of just.
I mean, the
wait.
whole last arc revolves around that.
Every arc in JJK revolves around Gojo existing or not.
That's why they try to like preoccupy him, like distract him for a little bit.
Like do this and then we'll do that, and then Gojo's like, I was busy with that for like 2 seconds. I came over here. What are you guys doing? Stop that.
Like the movie,
Okay,
the movie where they saw the black guy is like, yeah, run his hands. Like I was like, this is gonna be funny. Oh my god.
Yeah, they gotta
like,
run.
What the fuck is this?
Okay. Technical difficulties. Hopefully, it should be fixed by now.
Love to see it.
What were we even talking about? About like Gambit loses?
We haven't even started that yet.
Yeah, because it cut out.
It literally cut out as soon as we finished Gojo.
I said it should be
might
like.
have been before. Honestly, I don't know when it cut out.
I said it should be a relative wash.
So we got Gambit versus Jowp X Wild. I mean, we talked about this on already, but this is a good matchup. There's good storylines here. The underdog matchup with Gambit and Eduardo fighting up to be where he should not be at all, and then Jowp X Wild potentially trying to meet Jowp X Gabe in the finals.
True.
Good storylines all around here.
Yeah.
Just like real sporting events.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's get into it. And it is relatively close, kind of 60-30 with a Jowp X Eduardo winning it
60 or 70?
60.
Yep.
So that is 20 votes to 13.
39.
You see 39 in it. Oh, the percent. Yeah.
You said 60-30.
29?
You said 60-30.
30 relatively. I mean, yeah, it's 30.
Relatively, it's 61-30 or 60-39.
Whatever. Next. So getting to the explanations here you guys have. He better. This guy shows up again.
Oh my God, I'm tired of thinking he better.
Is he wrong?
Who's he?
Is he wrong?
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Is he wrong?
I don't know if he's wrong or right. I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
he can be batting 100, 1,000 right now. Like, bro's hitting every shot. Perfect.
I mean, we can find out.
Yeah. He better. He better. All right, cool. He better.
He might have been gambling the fact that we don't know who he voted for, but I can find out. I can find out pretty easily.
Matter of fact, we will after this.
All right, next one goes. Gambit also shouldn't have gotten this far either.
True.
So I'm assuming he's also the guy who said Batman shouldn't have gotten this far.
Yeah.
So.
True.
I mean, I kind of agree, but then again, like looking more into it, it kind of seems the matches were kind of fair. Maybe he shouldn't have beat Rogue. I give you that one. But like, who else did he fight? That he
Who, Gabe?
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Nah, you're right. He had a hard match.
He had a hard match. He ran the Marvel gauntlet.
Yeah, he fought every person he fought. He kind of was the underdog. So I mean, yeah, maybe you have a point. He shouldn't have gotten this far. Maybe.
True.
Next one, Jowp X Eduardo should go all the way. To be honest,
You think Chug? I heard you say Chug Jug. You think Chug
Jowp X
Jug?
Eduardo.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Should,
we've never seen Jowp X Eduardo with Chug Jug. He might go crazy. He might be like, got the shield. Fight me now.
I'm just saying, who's winning? Gojo? Does Gojo have any resistance to Jowp X Eduardo?
What resistance? To what? To like illusionary ability?
What if he illusionaries to the point to where Gojo thinks Infinity's on, but it's not?
True.
He can just make it. What do you mean? That's not how that even works.
Hey, it ain't my argument to make.
What if Jowp X Eduardo utilizes his shadow clone technique to like use Fibonacci sequence to make infinite shadow clones going into Gojo? He's like like the infinite spin. Infinite spin. He uses
the golden ratio.
Because the Jowp X timeline is taking what we know and going.
Why were you assuming Eduardo knows the golden ratio?
Because he's read JoJo.
It's Eduardo, bro.
He's like, I think that's what.
No, because like Eduardo doesn't know the math behind it, but he's seen like the golden ratio.
He's not even there yet. He just now started reading part 7.
No,
he's on part 8.
He's on part 8.
He read part 7.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. He's just on part 8.
So Eduardo just be like, that's the only mathematical equation I know. Let's go for it. And technically speaking, he's not wrong.
He'd probably do it, honestly.
He'd be like,
I don't like that we're making arguments for you guys, but you know.
To be fair, the statement is he can only make up to 2 shadow clones.
yes, but if he uses it like because
Fibonacci
sequence is like repetitively reducing the size of the rectangle, so it's like he only needs 2 to go to the next one. So like this is the scale, goes to the next one. This is now the scale, goes to the next one, and he infinitely goes down to the next one. Like it could work.
I mean, it would just depend how fast he can summon and then de-summon the shadow clone.
I don't know, but all it takes is a water to go.
Alright, next one. I assume Gambit Eduardo's luck is insane, so I can see things just working out in his favor, allowing him to win this.
He's not domino, Doug.
I mean, it seems like a lot of people assume he has the domino level luck now.
I don't think it's on that level. He is lucky, but I don't think it's on that level.
No, I mean, not really. I wouldn't think so either. Next one, like I said before, Jowp X Eduardo is built different in all caps.
True.
He smokes Gambit Eduardo.
True.
He is. This guy's spitting. He's on something right now.
He's peak Eduardo.
Best Eduardo ever will be. Now here this guy is again. Jowp X Eduardo wins here with low to medium diff. Jowp X Eduardo beats Gambit Eduardo in basically every category except luck, which is why I don't consider this a wash, because Gambit Eduardo's luck could extend the fight a little, but nothing to help him win.
Yeah, valid.
Pretty much I would agree with, yeah. He's actually not the last person here. This guy just says, luck carries here.
No.
Not really.
No.
He's not that lucky. Like we said, he's not Domino. Even then, I don't even think Domino would win when the matchup is so stacked. She wouldn't.
Yeah, if the odds are that against, like, not against her favorite. Well, I don't even know what I was trying to say, but yeah, she would have won.
If the odds.
She fought like someone like Superman, and the odds are just that stacked against her. She ain't winning.
This guy's just hating, bro. He said Jowp X Eduardo's a twink. I don't know.
That's like an accurate statement.
This is wrong. This is an objectively wrong statement.
Wrong.
He's just the opposite of a twink, and I think that's the last thing. Yep, that is the last thing here. So I mean, now we're looking at a potential round semis. I don't know why I was saying round. But yes,
round
semis. Yes, now we got what Gojo Gabe versus Jowp X Eduardo and Jowp X Gabe versus who went over
Jowp
there?
X so Gojo Gabe, Jowp X Eduardo, and then
you're running
Eduardo. So Eduardo Gabe.
Yeah. Let's just look at the let's look at the losers bracket as well here.
Yeah.
So the loser bracket's now looking like it'll be Disease God Disciple Deven versus Rogue Deven. Batman Gabe versus Pleasure God Disciple Gabe. Curious to see what'll happen there. If the same guy who says no one's beating Batman Gabe, so, I mean, we'll see how far he goes. Gambit Eduardo versus Doctor Strange Tyler. Should be a wash, probably. Superman Tyler versus Martian Manhunter Gabe. Good matchup. I mean, I think these guys were on opposite sides of the bracket. It could potentially have been a finals matchup even.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're versing each other here in the losers bracket. Who would have thought you see Superman in the losers bracket, but someone had to lose, I guess. Yeah. I mean, anything else to say about this, really?
See, I think at this point, now it will just, because regardless of the Superman versus Gojo, it would have been probably a wash regardless.
Yeah, I think.
In my opinion.
I don't think we're like gonna sway anything, because I think people are gonna. At this point, I think the viewers have their own opinions. I don't think we're that influential on their lives and their voting process that what we say will sway them that much.
Yeah.
But like, I do think like that winner of that matchup is probably gonna win it. Like regardless. Obviously, I could be wrong. You guys could vote the other way, but like that's just what I think. Based on what I've seen, Gojo Gabe has never had Gojo and Superman both had no challenges in any of their fights. They were just washing everyone.
And with Superman, it's either like he just wins or loses. There's not like Like, it's like he wins or it's like he loses for plot. It's like he needed to lose and then whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I could just see us becoming a Superman versus Gojo in the finals again.
Finals
because
again,
Superman just if Superman just clears through the losers bracket, which who's to say? Because he could.
Because Doctor Strange is gonna be a tough one. I
mean, there's gonna be people who use the Deven argument that think he's weak to magic and that Doctor Strange would beat him. But I mean, obviously it's not the case.
I haven't made the argument since I was like in high school. I used to love doing that because I was like such a Superman like down player. I'm like, yeah, Doctor Strange, body that niggas. Argue otherwise.
He low-key might though. If you take comp Doctor Strange.
Yeah, you probably could.
Now we're taking comp Doctor Strange?
Yeah, you take that 60s Doctor Strange. 60s Doctor Strange might be anyone, bro.
Yeah, if you take 60s Doctor Strange to be Superman, 60s Doctor Strange better be Gojo, because like I'm pretty sure bro can get away past infinity.
Yeah,
there's like some magic beyond infinity.
I had such a vendetta against Superman. Like, yeah, Doctor Strange buys that nigga. Argue otherwise.
I mean, probably does. But yeah, I mean, yeah, nothing else to say really. We kind of started our piece there. I mean, any dream matchups that you kind of wish did happen that didn't happen?
I think
I was thinking of when we get to because we're not quite there yet, but when we get to the finals, when we do the finals matchup, it's going to be the finals vote and then their explanation. And under that, I'm going to say like any dream matchups that didn't happen that you guys wish could have happened.
I mean, at this point, I feel like all the matchups that were really cool we wanted to see kind of happened besides the Jowp X meeting.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the Jowp X. It still could lose.
Yeah, still.
I think. I mean,
but I was gonna say
actually no, because they're both still in.
Yeah, they're both
like, if we assume that one of them loses at one point,
you could lose your bracket in. Yeah.
That's like, but like ever since we added the loser brackets, a lot more matchups have happened. So like, I don't think there's
which is why I was more open to adding the losers bracket because I wanted to see more matchups and stuff like that. Because now we're getting to see people like the blood. Like I think that was the loser bracket, right? Oh no, that was the original bracket. But like, there's just certain matchups. Like, we get to see Doctor Strange actually run through here and not just lose round one and then never see him again. He actually gets to do some.
Give him a chance. Yeah. Go at a final matchup, round one. That's just tough.
Get some more ups in there. See Guldo go through and actually fight people. I guess.
Yeah. Everything that I wanted to see basically already happened. So that's cool.
Yeah. And we have potential here for. I was telling this to Tyler. I remember when I first made the loser bracket. There's potential here for all the gods to verse each other here because. If Disease God Deven beats Rogue Deven and Pleasure God beats Batman Gabe, they will verse each other in the loser bracket. And then, you already obviously verse Blood God Eduardo. Yeah. And then if Eduardo then loses up there and comes down to loser bracket, then we would verse, and then all the gods would verse each other. We could truly find out who the strongest god is.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I want to talk about some like in real life power scaling real quick because y'all downplaying real life me versus Eduardo, and me and Tyler discussed it off camera. All the times that me and Eduardo fought has been pre-military. I don't think I fought him like maybe once since I've been back in Texas.
My thing is though, is like I'm gonna be real. I don't think it makes that much of a difference.
I would always make the argument that Eduardo is stronger than me. I know Eduardo's stronger than me.
He has like that raw strength.
Yeah, he's physically stronger than me. I know that.
Like, and I don't mean this like in a derogatory way. He has like that autistic strength. Like, I think
I need that.
Like, that's Eduardo, this.
Eduardo has a higher potential than me, but that nigga barely worked out his life. He started like doing shit. Like, I know he's more physically stronger than me. Man, I'm straight up fight. I don't think that nigga's winning.
Why?
No hold barred. That's like
because Eduardo already had a strength. Against Eduardo was already physically stronger than me before I went to the military, and it was already like a close fight.
And Eduardo goes to the gym now, so he's even stronger now.
Oh yeah, I'll work out too.
But he works out with Tyler. You don't work out with Tyler.
That's just an automatic bruise. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's like, it's like, yeah, he trains with Yamcha. Bro trains with Whis.
Like that was like I do my solo training in the mountains. Okay, I'm training with Whis, bro. Like it matters.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, you're right.
To be fair though, he does lazy.
Eduardo fight dirty.
Eduardo does fight dirty.
Y'all be fighting. He be like low blow right in the nuts.
There's your nuts. I'm like, all right. He doesn't do that. That's not what he does. That's not what that nigga does. That's your dick.
Am I mad? Am I happy? What am I doing? I don't know. Like the shock of it, you're like stunned. You're like he does do the stun lock. It's like
maybe he's like frame stunning me. Yeah, you're like, no, that's not what Eduardo does.
You seem to go very in detail for that to be something he doesn't do. It seems like
it's funny. Times that he did that, I'm like, yeah, he did.
Yeah. Then he does this and this. All hypothetically, of course.
No, I just thought it'd be funny if Eduardo did that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think this might be the last episode we do extensively on the tournament because we're whittling down the opponents here. It's gonna be a lot less opponents, so the episodes aren't gonna be either not gonna be as long, or we're just gonna throw it on top of like a regular episode because it won't ever get to the point. This is probably gonna be the longest. I think this is actually the longest tournament episode if you don't count like the first round.
Well, because we had the entire losers bracket. Yeah.
So I mean, they're not going to be this long, and who's to say they'll even just be the tournament? They might also be random content as well. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, follow the socials, right? See ya.
See ya.